Welcome back to the Girl Out of Order podcast. On today's episode, we are talking about something that is so critical in the life of every woman. And I'm calling the episode Sacred Signals, listening to a woman's body. And it's a little bit more serious of a topic today. And I know that there are so many of you out there who need this message as much as I do. I don't know if you can even hear it in my voice, but even as I'm recording this, I am under the weather. I mean, who gets a cold in July? This girl did. But it's been a really good reminder as I was preparing for this message that we need to listen to our bodies, ladies. We need to listen to these sacred signals coming from our beautiful bodies who are serving us every day. Before we dive into this episode, though, I wanted to just thank every one of you who have taken the time to go on and leave us a review on Apple or Spotify or YouTube, who are supporting this podcast and supporting this community. Thank you for those of you who have shared and who have sent me these beautiful messages of encouragement in our Facebook community. If you have not joined our Facebook community, please come on in. While I'm going through a season of pausing and a little bit of rest and preparation in my own life, which I'll talk about in a little bit, I have so many plans that are ramping up for this community, so many things that I'm getting ready to share and ways I want to serve you and show up for you as amazing girls out of order, as women who are radically just loving themselves and accepting who you are, how you have been designed, and living lives of authenticity that are truly going to change this world one life at a time. And if you haven't taken the time to leave us a review, please do so. We really need your help to get this message out, to build our podcast, to build our community, and bring more women into the fold. Share it with whoever you know and love that could use this message in their own life. So why am I talking about this season of pausing and resting? Why am I talking about sacred signals? Well, sisters, we women, we are badasses. We are warriors. We are sacrificial. We can hold it all. But should we? Should we do that? Should we do that if it means that we suppress the signals that are coming from our very own insides? I have one sister in mind right now as I'm thinking about this message who expressed that she couldn't wait to hear this podcast episode. And I know her circumstances and I know her physical struggles. And my heart goes out to this beautiful soul. And she is a shining light of resilience and determination in the face of adversity. Another and she needs to listen to the signals that her beautiful body is sending to her. So why am I calling it sacred symbols? I keep saying symbols, signals, sacred signals. Why am I calling them sacred? Well, here's why. And this is something I've just come to in the last couple years, especially during Unleash Her Power Within. I've been a little bit resistant to the woo-woo, as I call it. And I'm so over the resistance, right? I have fully embraced all kinds of new perspectives, and I feel like there's always something that we can learn from things we may not fully understand, or maybe we're not fully on board, but what if we tried it on for size? What if we gave it a shot? Maybe, just maybe, there's something we can learn from a perspective that we may have easily dismissed in the past. So what am I talking about? I am talking about the way that we speak to and about our physical bodies, our physical vessels. So somebody had shared, and I don't remember when, that she referred to her body as she, as her, in the feminine, as a separate being from her soul, her spirit, her mind. And I remember thinking, that is really weird, like super weird. I mean, I was, okay, full on, just being honest here, full on judgment mode. I sat on my little high horse looking down like, okay, weirdo, freaky weirdo. Like, loved her, but was not kind in my judgment. And I dismissed the concept of speaking about, and what I've come to understand, even more importantly, speaking to my body as a separate part of who I am as a human being. And all that resistance and judgment, it's completely gone. It's completely melted away, because what did I do? I tried it on for size, and I started thinking, what if I looked at my body? I'm 52 years old. I'm aging. Things, they ain't tacked up where they used to be, right? And there's so much self-hatred that women have for our bodies. And so often in our self-judgment, our self-flagellation, our repugnance that we feel when we look at our stretch marks and our cellulite and our wrinkles, we focus on what we don't like about our body instead of saying, I love my wrinkles because they have developed from years of laughter and years of service and years of carrying hard things and coming through trials with valiance. Is that the word? I'm not sure if that's the word, but just intense strength and beauty. And they show up in wrinkles. Wrinkles are earned, damn it. And when I look at my surgery scars where my first and fourth babies were removed, I could look at that and be like, ugh, so ugly. Or I could look at that and be like, what a freaking miracle. Because this woman would have died in either one of those childbirths if I didn't have the ability to have a C-section. What a beautiful scar, because those babies took their first breath through those scars. And why did I start calling my body her? It actually humanized her. It humanized my body. Have you ever done that, sister? Have you ever stopped and looked at your body as a separate being and gave her the respect, the reverence, the honor, the love, the compassion, the tenderness, the care, the priority that she deserves, that you would another female in your life? Kind of woo-woo, right? Kind of a little weird, but embrace the weird. My gosh, this is Girl Out of Order. We embrace the weird. We embrace the wild. We embrace it all, because everybody is welcome here. And every part of you, sister, is welcome here. Not just welcome, wanted. Not just wanted, celebrated. And that means your body, whether you're dealing with a disability, whether you're dealing with a mental illness, whether you're dealing with obesity, or whether you're dealing with just the effects of aging, or maybe you've just never loved the physical you that you look at in the mirror. What if you called yourself her? What if you called yourself she? What if you saw her as separate and yet part of you? I know it's kind of weird, but do me a favor and try it on for this next week. That's your first assignment. When we're going to start listening to these sacred signals our body sends us, we have to recognize that our body might be, in some respects, separate from us. I know that sounds weird, and even as I say it, I'm not sure I can intellectually explain it, but I guess I don't have to. Because what I do know is, from living this out, I know the effects of calling her her has helped me fall in love with her. It's made me protective of her. It has made me aware of her needs. It has made me in tune with her signals. So that's the first part of this: sacred signals. Listening to a woman's body starts with acceptance of this vessel that you are living in, because you are a spirit, you are a soul, and you are a body. But when you sit and you think and you ponder and you pray and you meditate and you dream and you manifest, that's your spirit and your soul speaking. It's not your body speaking. But trust me, she is speaking to you. So why am I showing up in this episode, giving you a quick and dirty rundown on sacred signals? Because I'm going through some really loud messages that are coming from my beautiful body. She is telling me she needs my help. And that's why we're spending the month of July really just talking about the power of the pause, talking about finding strength in stillness, talking about thinking about, meditating about, journaling about, and surrendering to seasons of rest that are required because our body is giving us sacred signals. So what signals is your beautiful body telling you? What is she trying to get you to see, to hear, to understand, to listen to honor? I wrote a manifesto and Unleash Her Power Within last fall, and at the fourth line down, I wrote, and I meant it. I felt confident. I felt congruent. I felt strong. I felt poetic. I wrote, I am in tune with my body and I honor her signals. Well, true confession, sisters, I haven't been doing that. I have not been honoring her signals. You see, probably near the end of 2023, shortly after I wrote that manifesto, I started having these spasms in my uterus area and my lower abdomen. And I would wake up sometimes in the morning and I would have this like rock hard lady part. That shouldn't be happening, right? To the point where I could almost feel the outline of what I was like, is that my colon? Is that my intestines? Why is it like that? But it would then relax. And so I would, guess what I did? Dismiss. I just dismissed it. Oh, this must be menopause. Oh, it must be aging. Oh, it must be, pardon me, I ate too much. I drank too much. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Even just saying it out loud, it's a little bit embarrassing, but here's what I want to say to you. This isn't about Christine's uterus. It's not about Christine's fibroids and Christine's upcoming hysterectomy, although that is coming. This is about you. I'm here to serve you with my story. I'm here to show you that there is purpose in our pain. And when I say pain here, yeah, I've had all kinds of pain that I didn't acknowledge could be tied to what is going on in my lady parts. I had nerve pain in my back and unexplained hip pain and unexplained inflammation here and there and everywhere. And I just wasn't listening, sisters. And another true confession, back in 2000, I think 10 or 11, I can't remember what year it was exactly, I had a mommy makeover. I had a tummy tuck. And so my uterus, which is about 5 times the size of what it should be due to the growths that are happening inside my body, wasn't able to expand. And so I didn't get the clear signals that some women get, because all of a sudden their stomach is really, really big. What my OB oncologist has told me is that I would probably look 6 months pregnant. That's how large my uterus is. And so I could sit here and beat myself up. Oh, if you hadn't had a tummy tuck, maybe you would have known sooner, but you could take care of this, blah, blah, blah. I'm not doing that because that is not serving me. But what I am doing is I am needing to surrender to the fact that having had plastic surgery has prevented me from knowing about the seriousness of what was going on inside my body sooner. And I could beat myself up for that. Or I could just come out here and share that with you, because I don't know who out there has had a tummy tuck. I don't know who out there has had other surgeries that might prevent you from listening clearly to the signals that are going on in your beautiful body. I don't know if you're having tingling. I don't know if you're having aches and pains and spasms and tightness. What is it for you, sister? What is it for you that you are ignoring? What is it for you that you are afraid to acknowledge? Is it fear? Are you afraid of what the answers might be? Are you afraid of what actions you might need to take? Because I know I have been. And it's taken me the last 2 months to really come to a very resolute decision that I am going to have a full hysterectomy. I am going to have my ovaries taken out. I am going to go into this period of necessary rest and healing. And am I scared? Yeah. Okay. I'm a human freaking being. Of course I'm scared. Of course I'm afraid. Gosh, even as I say that, it doesn't feel congruent. Because here's why. I think I was afraid. I think I was very scared. I think it was actually nearly panic. And I was taking Xanax at night to sleep because I was having nightmares about it. And I want to share with you, wow, this just came to me. What I want to share with you is that as we listen to these sacred signals in our beautiful bodies, as we honor her and we listen to her and we embrace her and love her as the friend she is. You could see me, if you see me on YouTube, I'm hugging myself. I am honoring my 52-year-old body who is getting ready to release very significant growths and let go of organs that have made me a woman. I don't know what happened. So if you heard something kind of weird in my recording, just love me, because this is the way these things go. I don't actually know if it's even uploading, but I'm going to roll with it because it's Girl Out of Order and we just take it as it comes. But anyway, what I was saying is, if you were watching this on YouTube, you could see me hugging my beautiful body because I am learning how to honor her. And I want to live out that manifesto, and I want to honor her signals. They are sacred. They are, I think they're supernatural. So what do you need to listen to today? What do you need to honor to take care of this body that is serving you every single day, sister? You go through this life not as a disembodied soul. You move through this life in a body that is carrying you and honoring you and serving you and protecting you. Are you doing the same for her? Are you listening to what she's telling you? Do you need to get that mammogram? Do you need to get that pap smear? First of all, the answer is yes and yes. Do you need to get that colonoscopy? Because, girl, I got that last year in December and I did not like it. But let me tell you right now, I listened to my medical professionals and I honored my body. I got the colonoscopy. And you know what I found out? I had really large polyps. So I have to have another one within a year, not 3 to 5 years. And do you know why I am happy about that and not sad about that? Because I don't want colon cancer, women. I'm going to go in and I'm going to get those tests. This is a PSA kind of podcast today. Yes, it's a PSA. Yesterday, I attended the funeral of a 52-year-old friend of mine from my mastermind. Her name was Sandy. I'm going to cry because Sandy saw in me potential that I wasn't yet able to see in myself. And she helped draw it out of me. And she showed me what living a life of service and honesty and congruence look like. And she died of uterine cancer. And letting her go yesterday was really hard, and watching just the absolute devastation in her family at the loss of this big, beautiful personality. really drove home for me the need to honor my body and her signals, to take care of myself, to honor myself. So, sisters, please listen up. I'm going to close with this. I love you. Again, there might have been a break in that, and I don't know why that's actually happening, but we're going to just go with it. I hope you can hear this message and start over. I'm going to leave you with this. I love you. You are worth fighting for. Your body is part of you as a girl out of order. God did not make a mistake when He gave you your beautiful body. You might have limitations. You might have disabilities. I have ADHD. I have struggled with depression over the years. I've got scars, sister, that make me look like a beautiful, gorgeous, sexy Frankenstein. And I'm going to get another huge one on August 5th. Please pray for me. I'm already planning my post-surgery tattoo, so send me your ideas. I'm looking forward to that. But the more that we embrace our body and her aging, and the more that we dance with life's complexities, and if you can see me on YouTube, I am dancing in a sensual way, and I'm connecting to my body, and I love her. And more importantly, she loves me. And your beautiful body loves you. We get one freaking life on this planet. I buried a 52-year-old goddess yesterday. She got 52 years. Not even close to being enough. Do not make a decision to ignore your body's signals today, sisters. Laugh with your body as she ages. Learn to dance with her. Learn to squeeze her. Look in her eyes in the mirror and tell her how much you love her, how much you revere her, how grateful you are for her. And she will continue to serve you well for all the days you have on this beautiful planet. Thank you for listening to this beautiful episode. But more importantly, thank you in advance for honoring your body, for listening to her sacred signals and honoring them and taking action. You can say all the right things. You can journal all about the ways you're listening to her signals, but you got to get off your ass and do something. You got to move. You got to exercise. You got to stretch. You got to do weights. You got to do things. You got to eat right, make good choices. But when your body sends you signals like mine has been doing for the last probably, 7 months? I didn't listen early enough, and I don't want that for you. I could have had this surgery back in March, and I could be fighting weight right now, feeling good, enjoying my whole summer instead of spending my birthday in the bed recovering. But I'm grateful that I'm listening now. And I'm challenging you and inviting you to do the same. We are in this together. We are on this journey together as girls out of order. Because this world needs what only we can provide. So are you listening? Hello? Hello, hello? That's your body talking to you. She loves you. And so do I. I'll see you next time.